If you are like most people, you would have wondered why good people get stuck in mid-career. At least I have wondered quite a lot, including myself. I'm not saying I'm very good, but there is often that feeling that am I being punished for being good mannered, good with everybody, doing my job properly? And I'm sure many of you have felt that, if not for yourself, for people around you. Certainly. This is not entirely wrong. If you look around, you will find that people are actually stuck in their mid career. Of course, there are many components to this, and in this series, I will try and cover some of those components. But most people who get stuck in mid career are not really poor performers. We often think that they are poor performers, but they are not really poor performers. The fact that they are doing well, they have reached mid career, means that they have performed at least some time in their career. Fairly dependable, consistent, trusted, and there lies exactly the problem that they are very dependable, consistent, and trusted, and they are not a problem to be solved by the senior management. Mid career stagnation is usually self inflicted, it is man made, we do it to ourselves, and it happens quietly. So, the first part is the early career illusion. In your early career, the first 1, 2, 3 years, maybe even 5 years, your effort is rewarded yearly and early, right? So you do something, you get some reward, and it is fairly early and quick. You can see the pattern very quickly. You might even be working very long hours. Your hustle is very visible. You are tackling multiple things, and you are doing well under instruction. You also learn very fast, and you might get noticed. Promotions happen faster when you are in an early career. In some companies, promotions happen even yearly, which is a big mistake because this sets the wrong expectations, but it happens. And you get into the mindset that if you work hard, you will grow, which is the outcome you are seeing. You work hard, you get some outcome. That's the pattern you see. And then you get into the mid career where most of us miss the memo. The patterns that were clear in the early part of your career are no longer applying. Rules have changed. Your effort is now replaced by your judgment. What was your hard work is now a decision to be taken. You are not used to taking that decision. So you look for instructions from above, and then your manager starts saying that you should know this. You have been a very good performer. You should know this. But you didn't read the memo and you missed that point. Your execution, which was spot on earlier, is now decision making. People expect you to take decisions, choosing the right problems. Earlier, problems were given to you to be solved. Now, you are the one who's picking the problem and understanding the problem and probably giving it to somebody to solve. So, the roles are very different. And the value of what you work on is certainly more than the hard work you put in. Hard work that was rewarded in the early career is no longer rewarded. This does not mean you don't work hard. You still work hard, but it is not the only thing that is now rewarded. Your decision making, your ability to choose problems, your judgment, your ability to lead others is also there. Then comes the comfort trap. So now you are comfortable. You are very good at doing yesterday's job. You are familiar with your work. You are predictable. The praise also that comes in is predictable. And then you start thinking, why change when this is working? I often say that many of us want to do yesterday's job but want tomorrow's salary. This actually does not happen in real life. And when all of this is happening, we are actually getting trapped into the comfort zone that is often mid career. Organizations stop noticing all your effort, you get stagnant, and your colleagues also start noticing this. And then that slides deeper into dangerous beliefs. Someone will notice my work. So you keep working hard, thinking that someone will notice your work. Quality will always speak for itself. Yeah. It might not. And then what happens? I don't like self-promotion, so I don't like talking about myself. I will not ask for a promotion. I will not beg for a salary increase. This is a very difficult position to be in because if you don't ask, nobody is interested in you. Confusing humility with invisibility. This is a very important thing. You might think you are being humble, but you are actually becoming invisible. If you don't talk about your work, who else will? And this is when the waiting mode starts. So we have very quietly slipped from early career success to mid career stagnation, then the wait mode. Our career is on pause. Why do organizations pull back? Investment follows growth signals. If you are not growing, investment will not follow you. Learning agility over loyalty. Loyalty is important, but learning agility is very important. If you are not agile around learning, your loyalty has no meaning to the organization. You would have found many people saying that I worked for this company for 20 years, 25 years, and then they fired me in one go. Yes, they did. But did you take some time to look at what were you doing for the last 3, 4, 5 years? Were you useful enough? Were you agile enough? Were you contributing the same way that you were doing earlier? Maybe the answer lies in there. Of course, I'm not denying that these firings don't happen for other reasons, but they do. But very often the cause is within our hands as well. Are you a safe hand or are you a future leader? This is a question your company will ask you. If you're a future leader, you might well be persevered with even if your performance is not very good. Moving on, we will find that if you are not seen as evolving, you will not be seen as a future bet. This may not be punishment at all. You are being rewarded for your current work, but just not being shortlisted for future work. It's pure economics. You are not seen as somebody who can be bagged for future. And all of this leads to what I call the wake up call. I have a few tips for you. Don't think getting stuck is failure alone. It could be multiple things. It is also feedback. It is timely feedback. If you ignore that, you could get really, really badly hurt. Mid career is not often about speed, it is about relevance. How relevant are you still for the organization? Are you still seen as adding something? All of this is about mid career stagnation, how and why we get into a rut and then can't pull ourselves out. But what can we do about it? I will give you some action tips. Write down the last 3 skills that got you promoted. Ask yourself, are these skills still rare, still valuable, still visible? Pick one capability to upgrade this year. If you are listening to this in early 2026, pick AI, awareness of AI. How will AI apply to your area? You will certainly shine because everybody is trying to find out what it can do to their work. And if you can contribute to your organization by understanding what AI can do, even if the answer is it is not useful to us, it's an answer that has come after you have put in some effort. Don't just pick any course. Pick courses that will make you stand out, make you appear different. Remember, your career should be intentional, not accidental. Eventually, all career is brick by brick. You can salvage your mid career. You don't have to go down without a fight. You can make this work. If you wake up in time and start working on some skills, change the direction and orientation of your career, you can still do very well.